Welcome to day, well, it's still day 1, but we're going to consider this day 2 now from this point forward because we've been playing this for a long time. Now, supposedly you can send this train somewhere. I don't know. Let's see. Information. Within this marker, you can unload any wood that you have and sell it. Straight and long pieces. Huh, interesting. So you don't have to dump into the mill, into the pond. You can also just drive it here, which I was complaining about earlier. So that's pretty killer. Let's see what this says. Information. Nothing. Send train. Let's do it. What does that do? So long, train. Well, that's pretty cool. So the train actually does work. I was complaining about that too. So we sent the train. I don't know what that does. Supposedly maybe it makes more money. Maybe. Did I get money for that? No. Okay, well, we're going to continue on doing day 2 on Grapes of Wrath. Seth is not able to join me right now because he is off doing his schoolwork. So, anyway. But, yeah, it's been going pretty well. Obviously, the logging venture has, you know, made us some money, and we have a lot of cool equipment. And I'm going to... I found a trailer online, but hang on, let me take a look and see if it's in there, that people really like. But I don't... It's a mod, and I haven't... Let's see, what would it be under? Would it be under miscellaneous? No. There we go. Got this Kroger Fliegl trailer, so I'm going to try that one out. Unfortunately, it has solid ends at both ends, so maybe this is the one that we tried already. Somebody actually sent me this exact trailer without the arm, but it doesn't work. I can't get it to show up in the game. It's really weird. So we're gonna try that other trailer. We're gonna sell this off, and maybe I'll just, I guess I can always go back to a save game. So we'll save the game, try the trailer, and then go from there. If and I don't like the trailer, I can always reload it and go back to where we started. Oh, yeah, that's right. We have all this chipping equipment that I bought. Oh. You know what? And I did try chipping, too, and I really, even with the chipper and it working, it's still not worth it. It's just better to do lumber. You know, only time that it really ever gets worth it is when you have a demand at the lumber mill, but I don't really care. I don't need it that bad. So we're going to actually sell this stuff, too. We can make some money that way. So, whoops. Come on. Alright, so we'll pull this up here. And I'll have to do it all over again because I'm sure that last trailer won't sell. Yeah. The hope is eventually I'm going to be able to put enough money in to start doing silage. Now, right now, you know, I should probably keep this agroliner tray for silage. Let me think about this. No, I'm going to want a bigger one. Yeah, but you know what? We're going to run this down to the biogas plant. I'm going to leave that. I'll use that as my bucket, if you will. Maybe my 20,000 K bucket, because we'll get the conveyor belts. And I might even have bought that stuff already. I don't remember. It's been a while since I played this particular game. So I just kind of wanted to see where we're at. And that's why I'm calling it day 2, because I don't remember exactly all the things I did on day 1. Alright, we'll catch up in a minute. Alright, so we're going to leave this down here. I did not buy the conveyors, apparently. So there's that. So we're getting closer. I really need about, well, I'm going to need even more, but to start the whole thing, I use the John Deere, and you've seen, if you've checked my channel, I did a review of it, the John Deere 7180 forager, and then I also use the Kemper header with that, and that cuts down corn and turns it into silage. It's by far, well, I don't want to say the cheapest way to do it, because the cheapest way to do it is to use mowed lawn and do it that way, but that takes forever. So that Kemper is a much better way to, well, the Kemper header, the John Deere forager, is the best way to quickly gather, that is. So, anyway, we're going to work on saving up enough money to buy that. And I'm also obviously going to need, now that I've sold all my equipment off, I'm going to need a seeder and unfortunately a cultivator, because we're going to have to cultivate and seed the fields and then grow. So, I don't know if I should buy the antiquated stuff or try to get newer stuff. Take a look. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I didn't keep any of that stuff, so I'm going to have to buy a seeder and a cultivator, because if I'm going to do corn, unfortunately there is not a corn seeder that both cultivates and seeds. You have to do it in 2 steps, so one tractor's going to have to run, well, this tractor's the big one, so it's going to have to do both. I'm going to have to run the cultivator and then go back and do the seeder. And we could start small and just do those 2 little fields and then work our way up to bigger things as we earn more money. But, you know, so far this has worked pretty well, so I'm kind of getting tired of lumber. Unfortunately, it's not the most exciting thing in the world to do. So let's go ahead and pick up that trailer and see if that works, and we will carry on. There it is. It looks like a nice trailer. Looks like things aren't going to fall through the bottom like the other one. So let's see what happens. And whoops, wrong button. I missed. Ooh, it's even got a little flashy light on the back. And unlike some of the other mods that I've downloaded, this one is not slowing down my frame rates. So that's definitely a benefit. Now, it looks pretty low res, but I'm okay with that. You know what? Some of these things get so high res that they cause problems. And like I said, I've got lots of mods that are almost unusable because they lower the frame rates so much, they put too much detail into them. And so this one seems like it's a good balance. So, oh, check this out. Okay, so that does that. You can lower both sides. You can also have this dump off either way. That's really cool. Wow, that's going to be useful. Okay, so instead of having to pull into the water, which we don't have to anyway, but if you got, you know, some of the trailers that we ran into, and I don't know if you've seen, I did a little testing with some of them, and they were too high to dump logs off. So even though this trailer might be too high to just drive over the spot and they disappear, you could just dump them off to the side into the box or into the lake, whichever you want to do. So that's really nice. This is going to be a nice trailer. Hopefully that. The other thing too is I could put one of the sides down when I go to load it. I don't have to lift the loader as high, though. That's not a big deal. So, but all right, guys, we'll pick you up soon. Pick you up on the other side here once I do some more logging. Well, I tried to put the stump grinder on and didn't have it positioned right. Boop. Perry. Alright, so time to grind some stumps. Of course, as you know, it bothers me when there's crappy stumps all over the place. So let's go chop them up. I think there's only one stump that I got to get. I pretty much cleaned up the rest. There she blows. So exciting. Ooh. Chop it up. Chop it up. Oh yeah, that's it. All right, guys. We're going to take a pause here, and I will be right back. One bug I'd like to notate that this is the newer version, and even after that, the chainsaws are still disappearing in multiplayer. I thought they were supposed to fix that, but apparently they didn't. Oh well. All right, I'm going to cut some trees down here. I'll catch you guys later. Well, so far... Oops. Oh, sorry. So far, this trailer has been working really well. So, pretty easy to use. Obviously, you don't have to put the arm out of the way, which is nice. And it holds fairly decent-sized logs. This is probably about the largest I think that you could probably get on there. And you can see I've really kind of got comfortable with this pickup system. The grapple works really well now. This is a pretty big log for this little tractor. But it can do it. Look, and that's probably the biggest I would put on here. That's probably the biggest you're going to want to deliver anyway. Whoops. If you start flipping like that, just put your arm down. Because that's, you know, the higher up the arm is, the more likely you are to flip the tractor. So this piece looks like it's probably too long for the trailer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive around to the other side here. And we're just going to cut a half of it off. Hoping that it doesn't roll. The reason why I'm doing it on this side is I want it to roll into the trailer so it doesn't roll away. But we'll see what happens. It probably will roll back behind me. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to hop out. Oops. Get my little chainsaw out. And cut. I was just doing this for real outside with my Husqvarna. We have -2 degrees or -12 or something like that right now. It's really cold outside. And we heat our house with firewood when it gets real cold. And unfortunately, I ran out of cut wood, so now I'm getting into the uncut stuff. And so I had to get out there and just freezing my butt off chopping wood or cutting wood. Thankfully, it doesn't need to be chopped. I do have some pieces that do, though, and I'm just waiting for it to warm up a little bit. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. I think I have enough to get through the night, so... But I should have done it earlier in the year. That's my bad for not getting it done. My wife is like, you should have got it done. I'm like, I know. Now it's cold out, and what are you going to do? Whoops, I didn't get enough angle on that. So, all right, we'll pick up in a couple minutes here when we go to deliver. All right, I think they could fit one more tree for sure. I get 2 trees worth on there. So we're going to hop out and cut another tree down and fill that up, and maybe even 2 more trees. Gosh, there's a lot of room on there. So... I really like this cart. Thank you for, I think it was the guy with the Indiana Jones hat, one of my viewers, that suggested I try this trailer, and I'm very happy with it. So thank you. That was a good suggestion. Love the fact that it unloads itself. That's great, because that's going to come in handy. So, all right, we'll catch up in a couple minutes. Oh, I wanted to show you this. One of the things that they changed in this patch, if you cut a tree down now like this, it'll fall. But the only thing I don't like is it still leaves it pretty high up than if you do that, so I try to cut lower anyway. But this will actually make it so it doesn't fall as easily. It should still fall over, though. There we go. Timber! Alright, catch up in a couple minutes, guys. Alright, so I have more logs to load, but this thing is getting pretty full. I feel like... I guess there's some room, but I feel like it's time to go drop this off, so let's go ahead and run down there and see how it goes. Down. Lights on for safety, and I'm going to drive down to the lumber mill, and I'll see you there in a minute. Oh wait, one of the things we need to test here is to see if the logs will, if I move around, they do shift, but it looks like they're pretty much, because of all the posts. That's good. They're staying right where they should, so that's good. I wanted to test that because on some of the trailers, they shift around and they fall out, and this is a really well-designed trailer so far, it seems like. So I'm, I wish it wasn't mud brown on the gates and stuff. It looks a little corny, but functionality over form. I'm very happy with the way it works. It's kind of like the John Deere 7180, the Forager. It's not pretty looking, but it does a good job for a smaller farm. So, all right, so we're gonna keep going here, and let's get over here and unload these. And for the first time, we'll use this loading platform since I haven't done this before. And we'll see what kind of mess we make. Theoretically, nope, see, it is too tall for them to come off. But that's okay, because we can switch over to our trailer and we can... Oops, I forgot to put the gates down. There we go. Lower that. And look at that. Look at that. Right into the spot. That's awesome. And we just dropped off about $15,000 worth of lumber. So now I wonder if we send the train, does that make us more money? So press R to send the train. Let's see what happens. Ryan just said it's a very quiet train. Yeah, no horn or nothing. If he disappears, let's wait till he disappears and see if we get more money. And if not, whatever. Maybe we need to fill it up more. But somebody said that that's how you make more money. You can do wood chips or... He's still going. Yeah, maybe we have to wait till he comes back. So 143,798 is where we're at. So if we mysteriously get some money, that's... There's an information box, but it doesn't tell me anything. Huh. Oh, well. Oh, yeah, look at that. Okay. So that just made me have more money. Look at that. So, yeah, definitely run the train whenever you do it. Hopefully the train will come back eventually, but we'll see. All right, I'm going to keep doing this, guys. We'll catch up in a little bit. But that pretty much, this trailer works really well. I'm impressed. I am... This is a good mod. I definitely will post this on my website, and you know what? I'm going to try to have that up tonight. So by the time you guys watch this video, I should have a link in there to my website with this and a couple other of the mods that I've looked at. So we will see you in a bit.